Hi friends, it's Katie and welcome to your beauty tip of the day. This tip is a really easy way to create a beautiful focus to your irises. Now, when I say your iris, I mean your colour of your eyes. So if you're someone that doesn't like to wear a lot of eyeshadow, but you just want to play up your iris colour, then stay tuned. I've got a really lovely tip to share with you. So to do this, all you're going to need is an eyeshadow colour that's a few shades darker than your natural skin tone. So it could be any colour really, it just has to be a few shades darker, but not too dark. So I'm going to use, I've got this lovely palette here, and I think I'm going to use this kind of mushroomy colour here. So not too exciting, but once it's on your eye, it's really going to play up and emphasize your iris, because it's going to, the way I'm going to teach you to apply it is going to kind of create a focal point to your eye in a really subtle and pretty way. So all you'll need is a little brush like this. If you don't have a brush like this, you can use a Q-tip. Now, I'm gonna maybe think that you don't have this brush, so I'm gonna use a Q-tip so I can make it even easier for you. So you're simply gonna get your Q-tip and you're gonna dab it into your eyeshadow, like so. Then you're gonna tap off any excess onto your hand like that, because it's better to apply little and build up. Then we're going to firstly apply the colour just above where our pupil is on the top of our eyelid here. So when I say top of our eyelid, I mean just above where your lashes are. Okay, so just above the pupil, little dabs, just to apply the colour. Now you don't want a lot of the colour to show, because we want it to look really natural. If it's easier, you can simply dab the colour on, but you want the colour to almost go into nothing on either side, so it just looks like an almost ombre effect, just above your pupil here. So the reason I've said just go a few shades darker than your skin tone is because if I go too dark, it's going to look like I've just got a splodge of colour above my pupil. I just want it to look quite subtle, almost as if it's not really there. But once we've finished, it's really going to add a subtle focus to our eye colour and our iris. So I'm now going to do the same on the bottom, just below my pupil, just underneath my lower lash line. So let me do that now. Now the trick here is you don't need to have the line look too neat. You just need to get a splodge of colour underneath your pupil, and then with the clean side of the Q-tip you can just tidy up. That's what's great about Q-tips. I'm going to put a little bit more colour just underneath. Bring the colour down just a touch. Tidy up. And hopefully you can see I've created a very subtle shadow just above my pupil on the top and the bottom. And what that does is it draws someone's attention to your iris. So you're drawing the focal point to your eye colour. It's a lovely way to experiment with eyeshadow without looking like you've tried too hard or you've actually got any eyeshadow on, but it creates a really beautiful effect. I'm going to do the other side so you can see the finished result. Great thing with Q-tips is as you apply with one side, you can neaten up with the other side. I also find that the Q-tip gives a slightly more blurred effect too, which I really love for creating soft diffused eyeshadow. Sometimes you don't always have to have fancy brushes to create a really pretty look. You can choose the intensity by layering up and applying a little bit more to add more depth of colour. You can even take the colour slightly more downwards underneath the eye if you want the eye to appear slightly more open. It's a really lovely way to to experiment in a very subtle way with eyeshadow. I think it has emphasised the colour of my irises, and I know it's going to do exactly the same for you, because when you draw attention to your iris, then people focus on your eye colour more. It's a really fun way to play with eyeshadow. It's a really easy way too. If you want to see the palette that I've used, I will put the link above or below. Hopefully you have a colour at home that you'd like to try this look with as well. I shall see you soon in another video, and thank you so much for watching. It really means a lot to me. Bye.